Today on Monkey Life, it's the start of a new life for orangutans Kai, Lingga and Joly.
She can get her arms through there, so be careful, she can be grabby.
Kai's desperate to see his new home.
He's a good boy.
But what will they think of the neighbours? Monkey World in Dorset, buried deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison Cronin, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
I think this one's a little boy, and I think that that one over there might be an older lady.
The park provides a home for more than 250 monkeys and apes from 20 different species. Alicante in southeast Spain, and the end of a 1,400-mile journey for 3 orangutans is almost in sight. Kai, Joly and Lingga left Monkey World just 24 hours earlier, with animal director Jeremy and Alan helping to share the driving. It's been an arduous journey for all of them, and they've made frequent stops for Jeremy to check on the orangutans' welfare, regularly topping up their water and giving them food and treats.
I think they're doing okay. Kai's obviously a bit frustrated about being in his box.
But seeing a friendly and familiar face along the way has been reassuring for Kai, Joly and Lingga. They've made this long journey because, at 11 years old, male Kai is getting close to maturity, and it's time for him to start his own family in a new home. Lingga and Joly are 11 as well, so they're a well-matched group setting out on the adventure together. The trio have already shared a good part of their lives, bonding as youngsters in the park's nursery. They all had very different starts in life, although one common denominator was Jeremy, who's been a constant throughout.
Stop it!
He was there at Kai's birth to Xiao Kuai. As a first-time mum, she struggled to know what to do, but she allowed Jeremy to intervene and lift the baby into the feeding position. Xiao Kuai soon got the hang of it and became a great mum to Kai, and to his 2 siblings who followed in later years. Lingga was nearly 2 years old when she arrived at the park from a zoo in France, after her mum rejected her. Jeremy brought her back and helped her settle into the nursery group.
Hello. Aren't you beautiful?
Joly arrived as a tiny orange bundle, all the way from Russia. This time, it was Mike who brought home the baby, and unusually, he was allowed to take her inside the plane's passenger cabin. And when Joly arrived at the park, Jeremy kept a close eye on her, and later helped introduce her to Ame, who became her foster mum. Now, all 3 orangs with Jeremy at their side are about to end their journey here at Rio Safari Elche. The zoo, which has more than 650 animals from 100 different species from all over the world, was established in 1983. A specially designed orangutan complex has been built to house the 3 new arrivals, and the Spanish team are putting the finishing touches to it and making sure everything is perfect. Annabelle Ibanez-Kuhn is the zoo's manager.
We are honored to be able to house these animals. It is also a great deal of responsibility for us to house a breeding group within the European breeding program. We have built a new exhibit especially for them, and it is a very big space, so hopefully they will feel comfortable here.
But it's going to be a very different environment for the 3 orangutans arriving from the UK. The outside enclosure has features that they won't have seen before, like the moat surrounding the island, and they're going to have to adjust to the weather and climate of southern Spain. Plus, the new neighbours will look and sound very different to those they're used to.
When Kai, Joly and Lingga arrive, they are going to have 2 separate rooms in the indoor building. There we will be able to watch them closely, to see their behavior, how they are doing, how they are settling in. And of course we will rely on Jeremy's opinion. He's the keeper who is coming with them from Monkey World. He has known them for a very long time, and he will be able to tell us if he thinks they are ready to go out to the outdoor exhibit. Half an hour. Okay, perfect. We're ready here.
Jeremy is about to arrive with the 3 orangs. As a rescue centre, Monkey World doesn't say goodbye to primates very often, but this is a positive move for all concerned. Monkey World is the European creche for orphaned orangs who've been rejected by their mothers. With Kai, Joly and Lingga starting an exciting new life together, it will free up space for future youngsters in need. Rio Safari Elche was deemed a perfect fit for them to start as a new group, and Jeremy doesn't see any reason for it not to succeed.
We have knowledge already of those together, which was positive, and we know that Joly and Lingga are fine together. They're not overly close, to be honest with you, but they're orangs. That's okay. Orangs don't need this, total contact and stuff that other more gregarious anthropoids need, the gorillas, the chimps and bonobos. And so, yeah, I mean, anything can fall apart at any point, as I'm sure we've all got a history of. I know I have, but, I think it's a reasonable bet that they're going to be okay together.
But first of all, the 3 orangutans need to be lifted from the van and transported to their new rooms inside the complex. Kai is first to be moved. Although he was mildly sedated on the journey, he was still agitated, frequently banging the side of the crate for attention. Jeremy wants him inside and settled first. Next, the 2 girls will be put into their own room, and only then will Jeremy decide if it's the right time to put all 3 together.
Do you think Kai alone and
then,
2 females on the other side?
Yeah, no, Kai alone, 2 other girls in, then we put them all together straight away.
Okay.
Very, very, very quickly.
Kai solo, después las chicas y después todos juntos.
Sí, quiere que los juntemos enseguida. Primero entra Kai, luego las chicas, luego los juntamos.
Okay, but let's get him out anyway.
Okay.
As the keepers try to maneuver the crate into position, Kai makes sure they know he's ready.
That can go.
Jeremy works quickly to remove the bolts from Kai's travelling crate.
Right, now he's in. Now put the bolts in. He's a good boy. He's a good lad.
Hey, Kai. Hey, Kai. Hi.
Although still a little groggy, and with a few cuts and nicks from the long journey, Kai does start to explore his new surroundings. Now it's Lingga and Joly's turn. Both girls are going to be unloaded, but Jeremy wants to put Joly in first, as she's the more confident of the 2.
There shouldn't be any dramas with these boxes on getting them out. Unless there is, and then there will be. So if you just pull try and be careful with the lift the front and then pull. Try and be a bit careful with the vans, though. She can get her arms through there, so be careful. She can be grabby. A bit grabby. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Is that nice? Is that good? We safe? We good? Okay.
Okay. Ahí tienes cerrado también.
That will do. That will do. Right. Slide that hold. That'll do. Okay. 2 down, 1 to go. Annabelle, do you want to try an enclosure in this corridor?
While the team wheel Lingga into position, Joly is kept in the tunnel away from the bedroom entrance. Once Lingga is out of her crate, the two females can be reunited.
She's the most private of them all. She's getting a bit upset now, but that's, you know, she's not so, I don't know, she's not so confident with it. So I put Joe's going first, so she goes into Joe, and she sees Joe in there straight away, and then she might think that that's better than being there totally on her own. And so as soon as she goes in, you want to open that so she can go back to Joe and they can be together. Open that door, and then she can be back with Joly. OK? OK, thank you.
Okay.
Jeremy wastes no time letting Lingga out of her box.
There you go, gloves. Yep, good. You safe? Together, yeah, good.
So happy to be here.
I want to let them in with Kai now. Are you happy? Yeah? OK. They lived together for 2 years, and now they've lived separated, but in contact, seeing each other for 2 years. So, but he is very good, and I'm happy. So
whenever you're ready.
OK. Kai. He's not bothered, he's flaked out. He's had enough. He wants to be left alone. It's just too much. Too much in one day.
Without further ado, Annabelle opens the slide to the indoor playroom where Kai waits for Lingga and Joly.
You be nice to Kai. You will be nice to Kai. Why wouldn't you be?
Joly wastes no time in joining Kai on the platform. Soon, Lingga is there too. Although both girls seem more interested in who or what's outside their window than their old friend Kai. But for now, it's a relief for everyone concerned that after such a long journey, all 3 orangutans have been safely reunited in their new home. It's early morning in southern Spain, and already the temperature is rising at Rio Safari Elche. At the new orangutan complex, zoo manager Annabelle and veterinarian Pilar are putting out breakfast for the 3 new arrivals, who've just spent the first night in their new home.
Today we're serving a little more food than is usual. Usually we put more vegetables, but today Jeremy recommended that we make them happy, make them feel welcome, so we put a lot of nice things. We have some watermelon, oranges, some pears, some peach, nice stuff. Not only vegetables to make them happy after a long couple of days that they've had.
It's vital that Kai, Joly and Lingga get to know and trust their new Spanish keepers as quickly as possible. And getting into a good routine early in the relationship will help.
I think the females are good in good behavior. Now we have to work. I and they, we have to work for the relationship. Yeah.
Before checking on the 3 orangutans, Jeremy's having a look around the zoo. Kai and his 2 female companions aren't the only orangs. Nakal is a 27-year-old fully grown male and has a reputation for being rather naughty.
One of the gorgeous things of orangs is you don't know.
Previously, he lived with his son, but they started squabbling. Now he lives with 4 largibbons. It's an unusual group, but it seems to work.
Our Bornean orangutan and the gibbons, they get along really well. And well, we were recommended by other zoos that had experience with this species before, and they did say that they form nice groups together. So we tried, and indeed it went very well, and they get along really well.
Nakal's enclosure is totally separate from Kai and his ladies. The 2 males won't be able to see each other, although they may hear or smell one another from time to time.
Male orangs being on his own is not the horrible thing that you would imagine, you know, being a human who is very gregarious, or if you were a chimpanzee it would be bad, but for an orangutan male to be on his own, it's not the end of the world. I mean, really, when they get to his size and age, the only value they've got in any other orangs is for mating, and then that's it. Hello. Hello, bad people. You look very guilty. They do, they look very guilty this morning. What's been going on? I don't care. I don't want to know. Yeah, they said, right, it's time to go outside now. Hello, big boy. He's a good lad. You okay?
Jeremy is pleased with how the orangs are settling in so far.
I don't think there'll be any problems with these. They know each other very well. As I said, they lived together for 2 years, and there certainly doesn't look like there's any problems now. But I think it's better for him as well, because where we had him at Monkey World, he didn't have animals of his own age. He had adult animals and very young animals. And so now he's with people of his own age, so he's going to have a much nicer time. Grown-up females are not much fun, and babies are only fun for a small time. Then they're no fun.
Outside, the staff are putting the finishing touches to the enclosure and making sure everything is orang-proof.
I reckon if they're okay, why not let them out? What do you think?
Yes, I do agree.
It's, it's going to happen one day. That's what they're going to get used to, and the sooner the better.
It's time to open the slide to the big outdoors. Kai and then Joly take a careful look outside. It's all too much for Joly. But one last glance over his shoulder and Kai plucks up the courage to head out.
I think they've hit the jackpot. Yeah, they really have. The beautiful climate, lovely enclosure. No, not too...
Simple.
Yeah, simple, but nice. It's good. I think they're very lucky. No problem. Thank you.
Kai seems impressed with his new enclosure, and by kiss squeaking, he's taking ownership of his new home.
hate it when you open the door for the first time in an enclosure and the animals all dash out really, you know, really fast. That's a bit of a worry. I'd much rather they came out gradually. And the girls, obviously, it's all a bit too much for them. They don't want to risk it yet. Kai's been out and had a check round. But the other thing that's terribly important, more important than anything, is that they go back in. And he's now been out and checked round and he's gone back in. So it really is, you know, if this takes 2 days for them to come out, I'm really happy with that. And there's a lot to take in. So, you know, taking it in gradually has got to be a lot nicer than all at once. So this is good.
The 3 orangutans have been a big part of Jeremy's life for a decade, and it's going to be a wrench leaving them.
Little girls who wanted more.
He's overseen their care since they were tiny and has got to know their personalities and preferences. He's enjoyed being part of their lives.
I like to hang out with the animals. You know, I don't want to control them or anything. I mean, obviously there has to be that, but it's nice just to hang out with them, and it's a privilege when they'll, you know, reciprocate to that. And they don't all, but enough of them do that makes it okay. So if we close them inside now, and then when you've cleaned out in there, they can have all of the inside overnight.
Perfect.
Good. And then tomorrow morning, we open the door again and start all over again.
There's no rushing orangutans. Tomorrow morning, the team will try again and hope this time all 3 will take the giant step outside. Next time on Monkey Life, Alison comes to the rescue of 2 curiously named marmosets from the pet trade.
We're getting Chuck Norris, the common marmoset, first of all, and then we'll be heading off to get Sid Vicious.
And the care team try to find a way for the golden-cheeked gibbons to keep cool, with mixed results.